Hey guys, this is Suyash Goyal signing and I hope that you all are doing very well. You can follow me on Unacademy Learning app where you can find my other courses also. This lesson is on some very interesting Latin words and we will be talking about their meanings, their usage in English sentences and how to pronounce them, okay, in a right way. So please do not forget to rate, review and share this lesson, and also please do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy YouTube channel, okay. Thank you very much. And this is my profile, and here is the link where you can just follow me for my other courses. So please follow me for my other courses as well. You can shoot all your questions, any doubt, any query which you are having in your mind, you can just shoot that directly in the comment box below, and I assure you that all your questions will be answered for sure. So let's continue with the same Latin words. I hope that you all must be enjoying learning these new type of Latin words which are used very frequently in English. So here we have one more, and this is very common and this is very influensive, very influential word. It is very fancy word which is used a lot in English sentences, and this is curriculum vitae. Okay, now what happens is people speak it curriculum vitae, okay, or curriculum vitae. It's like this, people actually speak it this way, but the right pronunciation, you can just read it here, curriculum. It's curriculum, and vitae, it's vitae, it's vitae, okay, curriculum vitae. It's like this, that's how it is spoken, curriculum vitae, okay, and it's a noun, and it actually means a summary of your academic and work history, a summary or of your academic and work history. And if I just don't talk about in a very deep way, if I don't talk about going very deep, it's somewhat like resume. It's somewhat like resume. We prepare a resume, we prepare a biodata, which has our educational, which have our educational qualifications, then experience, professional experience, where we have worked, how long have we worked there. So all these things, when we just make a summary of it, when we make a summary of our academic and work history, then that is what is known as curriculum vitae. Okay, it's curriculum vitae. And for example, I have an example sentence that is, have you brought your curriculum vitae and certificates with you? Like, let's say you are going for any interview, you are going to face any interview, then obviously they are going to ask you this question, okay. Even the receptionist who must be sitting over there, she's going to ask you, or he is going to ask you, that have you brought your curriculum vitae and certificates with you? Have you brought your curriculum vitae and certificates with you? Okay, so this is how we use this curriculum vitae. Then the next is carpe diem. Okay, the next word is carpe diem. Now you can just see that this is something which is used as a exclamation. Okay, this is something which is used as a exclamation. Okay, exclamation की तरह इसको हम use करते हैं. Okay, and you can just see the pronunciation here. It's carpe diem, or it's carpe diem. Okay, now if I talk about the meaning of this word carpe diem, then it actually means make the most of the present time. Now whenever someone is going somewhere, you can actually say, you can actually wish him like have a whale of time. If you remember, like we talked about this phrase, have a whale of time, which actually means make the most of any journey, any journey, any event which you are going to have, make the most of it. Okay, make the most of your happiness. So it's somewhat like that. When I actually wish someone make the most of the present time, when I'm saying to someone that make the most of the present time, then I can actually use this exclamation, that is carpe diem. Okay, like for example, carpe diem, you only live today once, so don't waste it. Obviously this today which I am living right now, I'm making a lecture, you are just watching this video. Now this is the today which I'm living. This today is never going to come back in my life or in your life, obviously. So please, I request you all also that please do not waste it. Okay, so I can say make the most of the present time, make the most of the present time, like carpe diem, you only live today once. So make the most of your present time. Why? Because you only live today once, do not waste it. So that's how we use this carpe diem. Okay, the next is seca. It's seca, it's a preposition and its pronunciation is seca. It's seca. That's how it is spoken, seca. Okay, now it is about, around, used with dates. So it is a word seca, which is a Latin word and which is carrying a meaning about. It means about, okay, or you can say around. And especially it is used with the dates. Whenever you are having a conversation about dates, whenever you are talking something which includes dates in it, okay, like it could be year, it could be month, it could be day, it could be time, it could be anything. So whenever you are actually talking about dates, okay, and you want to say around, you want to say about, you want to use about or around, then you can actually replace this about and around with this word circa. Like for example, we have two examples here for this word circa. The first is he was crowned king circa 1200. Okay, I'm saying he was crowned king circa 1200. Okay, like I'm saying around 1200. That's what the year which I'm mentioning here, and I'm just saying that yeah, somewhere around 1200 he was crowned. Okay, so instead of around, instead of about, I can just simply use circa. Okay, so he was crowned king circa 1200. Okay, similarly I have the next example. He was born circa 1100. Again I am mentioning what? Again I am mentioning the year. Okay, again I am saying he was born circa 1100, or I can say he was born around 1100. It's one and the same thing. So just to make it more fancy, just to make it more, you know, great look wise, you know, while I'm listening, it is soothing. So that's why I have just replaced that around and about with this circa. Okay, so that's how we use this circa. The next one is caveat. Now what is this caveat? Now caveat is a noun. First of all, the part of speech is noun, and the pronunciation you can just look here, caveat. It's caveat. Okay, it's caveat. So what is caveat? It actually is carrying two meanings. First is warning and the second is a formal notice. Now it could be a warning. Whenever I'm giving warning, I'm warning someone. Actually it's a caveat. Actually it's a caveat. And the other could be a formal notice. Now that formal notice could be, you know, which has been derived from the court, which has been, you know, initiated from the court. That could be a formal notice, or from any other legal organization. Any formal notice which I'm talking about, it can be considered as a caveat, or any warning which I'm talking about can be considered as a caveat. Okay, so this is how we use this caveat as a meaning, which is carrying a meaning. Just a minute. Yeah, here it is. So just a minute, it's the next word. Yeah, here it is. So caveat, which is used as a warning or a formal notice. Okay, it is carrying a meaning, warning or a formal notice. Like for example, she will be offered treatment with the caveat that it may not work. Now here, if you just understand it in a bit more good way, then you will just get to know, you know, here she will be offered treatment with the caveat that it may not work. Now with the caveat. Now here this caveat is actually used in the way of warning. Okay, as a warning we are using this word caveat here, that she will be offered treatment. She must be suffering from some disease, and now she is here in the hospital for treatment. Now the doctors are saying that yes, she will be offered treatment for sure. She will be offered treatment for sure, but with a warning that it may not work. A warning will also be given to her that it may be the case that the treatment will not work. The treatment which she is going to get, with the treatment which the doctors are going to give to her, may not work. That may be the case also. Okay, so here I'm using this caveat as a warning, like she will be offered treatment with a caveat that it may not work. Or also, you know, if you just look it in some other way, it could be a formal notice also, isn't it? Like doctors can also give a formal notice now, and they can get the signature. Okay, like that formal notice stating that it may not work, the treatment which we are going to give to you may not work. So that's how we use this word caveat, like she will be offered treatment with the caveat that it may not work. Okay, so I hope that you must have understood all these words which we have talked till now. So just start using all these Latin words in your English conversations, and just, you know, have fancy conversations, just form fancy sentences. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. We'll be talking about some more Latin words in the next lecture. Thank you very much. This is Suyash Goyal signing off.